So it's all started since back in February of this year, 2018. I went to a Augusta coffee and car meet, and obviously I was there with my off-road group, and I was always walk around and take pictures of all these cars. You can see a couple of them on my Instagram, but I don't really post all of them. But I came across a group of these 3 vehicles that I have never seen before, and it just like blew me away of how tiny these vehicles were. So I like researched them, didn't know anything about them for the longest time until I like came across it. I was just like was amazed that these even existed. So watched a lot of YouTube videos on these things, and was like thought these were like the coolest things ever. So but I mean, the fizzle died down. I was like, I didn't really need it. Just bought a jet ski last summer, but I started looking at them again, just to have as another toy. So I went out, looked on Craigslist a little bit, and the used vehicles, these used vehicles were only a couple $100s cheaper than the brand new ones out the door. So I came across this dealer on Craigslist also, and I emailed him, I texted him, he shot me a price. I said, is this everything it is? I was like, he gave me the hard numbers, breakdown of everything included, documents and fees and titles and everything. And I was like, okay, if that's the number, I'll come this Saturday. And it was like on a Thursday. I was just like, I'll drive 3 hours to you to Dalton, Georgia, to come to the dealership and check it out. So I don't know if any of y'all know, but I went out and bought a Grom, a Honda Grom, 125cc little bike. Actually, I've been telling people it's not a bike, it's a super bike, but it's the Grom. And this is the thing I saw in February during the coffee and car meet, and they didn't have a white one, but it was like a magenta one, the highlighter yellow one, and there was like a kind of a tealish blue one, and 3 of them parked right next to each other, all crazy color helmets, all like matching backpacks, all next to each other in a parking spot just like this. Maybe, yeah, just all in one parking spot. And then I saw it was just like, that was the coolest looking thing. Obviously theirs was more custom out with like the Yoshi exhaust, the fender eliminator, obviously the mirrors taken away, and pro taper bars and all that. But I saw it and I fell in love with it, and you know, I loved it, went away with it, came back and thought of it. Then it was just like, I had to get it. So I went out and bought a Honda Grom. It's I will say, this is my first bike. I've never driven a motorcycle before, so I'm still learning the clutch system, clutch and gear. I've never driven a manual either, but just with this bike, it's super easy to learn. I mean, yeah, the first day I took it out for 3 hours, stalled it probably like 10 times over 3 hours, mainly just on the startup and go on initial first gear and going on a dead stop. But after that, the second day, I stalled. I didn't even stall all day till the very end, till I was trying to pull in my gate, and I had the keys in my pocket trying to open my gate to my apartment complex, and I stalled it because there's this vehicle right behind me, and I got nervous. But super easy bike to learn on, at least get the switching down, and yeah, it's a sweet bike. 4 gears. Yeah, that's definitely the first thing I'm about to go do. Actually, I already got the TST Industries fender eliminator and the adjustable license plate bracket, but that'll definitely be another thing. Is next, the exhaust and probably those mirrors. I don't like those mirrors, but deal with it later. But yeah, I love it. Fun bike. I mean, all my friends have told me. I have a friend in Dallas, and he has the Kawasaki Ninja 650. He's always telling me get a bike, get a bike, get a bike. I was like, I don't need a bike. I don't need a 650. I don't like driving on the freeway. I think it's super dangerous, even though I love bikes. I think they're the most beautiful machines out there. And just like just the beauty of the 2 wheels with a motor between you, and it's just, and you're so open compared to vehicle. I've never felt anything like it. So I mean, I just got a jet ski last summer, so obviously super fast, like it's almost like super bike on the water. The Sea-Doo RXT 260. Tops out at 72 miles per hour, like 260 horsepower supercharger. So going to this 125cc, the paper says it was like 9.7 horsepower. So it's not much at all in this thing. It's 4 gears. So, but yeah, my friend was telling me buy this bike. I was like, I don't need a bike. I think it's super dangerous cars these days on the freeway, and having a bike and people not seeing you. I mean, yeah, obviously now, like, it's even dumber. I got even a smaller bike, people were less likely to see me, but I did it because I just wanted something, because I drive like an hour and a half every day in my truck. And if y'all know my truck, the Black Pearl, the Tundra, it's on 37s, re-geared, carrying over 1,200 pounds of extra gear, and it gets 10 miles to the gallon. I mean, I love the truck and I'll drive it to death, and I don't complain about gas at all, nothing. But oh, there's a cop that went by. Hopefully it doesn't bother me. That's another thing, is these things, I think they attract so much people just get curious about these small things. So I'm always worried about cops. I don't like cops, but I've had my run into them, and they were in the right, but just, you know, there's a buzz killer every time. And I don't do anything bad, it's just, you know, loud music, just trying to have fun. But yeah, love it. Let's go take it for a test drive. I've been driving for a week and a half, so I've been getting better and better. So let's go. So yeah, I don't know why today I wore these boots, my work boots. Not very, I mean, this bike is small enough already, so I usually wear like my my Nike running shoes or some kind of leather shoes, so it's smaller, a little smaller profile, so I get between the gear shifter. But with these rubber bottoms, it's kind of catching right now, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for just driving it right now, I'm in the parking lot, but the bike is, it's not fast. Obviously, I mean, my friends tell me you'll buy this bike and like you'll want to like upgrade or something that's better, that's quicker, like a 650. I have definitely got more interested in larger motorcycles, more like I'm a huge Honda person, so I was looking more for the CBR 650F or the CBR 600 RR. I think they're beautiful bikes, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on those, and just like, it's crazy the amount of speed. Obviously this thing doesn't get speed. I mean, just cruising around the parking lot right now, so I'm not showing you some crazy performance. But yeah, then again, the exhaust is super quiet. But yeah, my friends, it's not fast. If you're buying this bike because it's cool, you better be buying it just for that, because it's not going to win any races. It's not going to get off the line. You could change a sprocket, big bore kit, and yeah, you can get up to like push over to like high 70s and lower 80s and bigger bore kits, and maybe break 100. But it's just like, why? You're spending thousands of dollars for the big bore kits, and you're chasing horsepower. That's the one thing I absolutely hate. That's why I off-road with my big half-ton truck. And I always tell other people, it's just like, they drive Tacomas or Jeeps or FJ Cruisers, is like, you can't beat displacement. That's what I've learned. You'll always be chasing the horsepower, thousands of dollars just for a couple more horsepower days, when you can start with a power plant that has the power to get there. And I have no engine modifications on that truck. But obviously this is not a fast bike. 125cc, 9.7 horsepower. To the ground, even probably less, just from the crankshaft. But I mean, it's just the cruise around. I mean, you can keep up with traffic. I mean, I can comfortably, this thing has like the power range, like I can get up and go between like 15 to like 45 miles an hour. I mean, you can quickly catch cars, not catch cars, but like keep up with traffic and like pass cars if you need to in that range. But anything over 45, 50, 55, I mean, you're pretty much maxing out, max RPM, and yeah, you can get the rev, get something that changes the rev limiter, because it tops out like 7,500, maybe 8,000 RPM. I mean, I rarely see it ever go, when the top speed just cruising, it never goes in the red. Maybe acceleration it bumps up, but yeah, so it'll get you to A to B, and it's the fun factor about just doing it, cruising, and it's definitely a bike to not be shy on. If you're shy, this bike is definitely not for you. I mean, just for having it for a week and a half and only driving through the neighborhoods and stuff, not really driving many major roads yet because of other issues, but it's it attracts attention. I've got like high school guys are like freaking out about it, like things look tight as shit, it's so small. I mean, yeah, it's dumb, no, people want power, but it's the small factor that confuses people. They've never seen it before, like I've never seen it. So, and it's like, it'll attract attention. And I've gotten like couples and cars across the street, main intersections, staring, waving. I've got older ladies on their porches when I drive through the neighborhood that like just wave at me with the biggest smile on their face. So it attracts attention, and it just like, I don't know, it just sticks out. It's something about the Grom factor. I don't know, is that yeah, it's just Grom. The Grom life. It's just another thing, so. Okay guys, I'm gonna cut off a video right here. Just got done riding, pull over. My battery died, so I was talking a little bit of it. I don't know. Yeah, this is the bike. The white 2018 Honda Grom, 125cc. There's like 150 miles on it, a little less than that. Yeah. Cut off the video here. And catch you next time on the next ride. I don't know what kind of videos I want to do these, but I might do daily vlogs or just every once in a while when I do an upgrade. I'll definitely show video when I do upgrades, more serious upgrades. I did the fender eliminator by TST Industries, and I didn't think that was very interesting since every single person does a fender eliminator delete. So catch y'all later.